So, hi guys, I'm back. Jay's gone for a while. I don't know how much he wanted me to tell you. He's just gone and basically left me in charge. And this is my friend. Say hi.
Sure. Hi.
Introduce yourself since you've never been on the show.
I'm Sin. We're kind of winging this tonight, so it should be interesting and fun, and maybe we'll see what happens.
Jay's uh-huh. For a while. So, we're going to talk about urban legends. And yes, I have a giant urban legends book. And this is my friend. Oh, cool. It's broadcasting. Okay. So, let's see how badly we can fuck this up.
I could give some guesses. I mean, we could really fuck it up really bad, like doing the really stupid urban legends.
Well, this one's not stupid. People are still telling this one to this day. So, the first urban legend that I picked out of the book is called The Boyfriend's Death. And I'm going to basically read it to you. And yeah, you've probably heard this story a million times. So, a young couple on a date are parked in a dark lover's lane. Do they even have those anymore?
Yes.
I don't have them around here.
Um, it's over by that other place.
What other place?
Rapist Alley. I'm kidding.
There's like a 2-hour gap between us. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway.
Shoot.
When they're ready to drive home, the car will not start. The boy says he will walk back to the main highway and seek help. So, already, why the fuck did they not pull out a cell phone? Cell phone. And his girlfriend should lock the door and wait inside the car. When her boyfriend does not return for a long time, the girl panics. She sees strange shadows moving across the windshield and hears a scratching noise on the roof. She cowers in the car all night while the frightening sights and sounds continue. I'd get out of the fucking car and I'd have my knife on me.
Well, yeah, but you're not her, and this was also written back in like the 60s. People were retarded back then.
Okay, for any chicks watching this, get yourself a fucking, switchblade and don't be a coward. Throw a set and take care of yourself. Seriously, not that hard. At dawn, she hears someone coming and looks out to see a state police. A state police. Wouldn't it be the state police?
One.
It just says a state police.
Well, I guess, you know, it's not plural, so there's a singular state police.
It just doesn't sound right.
They weren't good for grammar.
Who beckons her to leave the car and then starts to lead her away. If a strange guy comes up to the car, I'm not going to instantly get out of it because he beckons me. I'm going to ask to see a fucking badge first.
He's a state police.
I don't care how many times have people bought state police outfits in costume stores or off the internet and then pretend to be police with fake badges to rape old ladies. You can't tell me that didn't happen 2 years ago in Philly.
Well, yeah, and like 8,000 other places.
Exactly. So I'd be demanding to see a fucking badge. And it better be legitimate. I know the state badges. I've seen them enough times. Anyway, cautioning her not to look back. Well, there are people messaging me. But she does look back. Okay, if cop tells you not to look, you should probably not look. And
Well, yeah, but human nature drives you that if someone says don't look, you look anyway.
fuck human nature. Fuck the humans. Anyway, but she does look back, and there's her boyfriend's lifeless body hanging upside down from a tree branch over the car, his fingernails scratching on the roof, and his blood running down the windshield. How did she not notice the blood all night?
Because she was cowering in fear in the
But
car.
all the shadows.
Well, maybe the shadow. I don't know. Don't try to reason. This is a complete fuck logic story.
Is that what we're going with here?
Yes.
Sometimes it is said that her hair turned white from shock. What?
Her hair turned white from, well, not from shock. It would have turned white from fear.
That's a thing.
Yes.
You have to be pretty fucking scared and be a pretty big fucking chicken for that to happen.
Actually, it. Just go on with the story, because I'll explain. Because you know what? I'll bring up one next.
This classic teenage horror story was first collected in the United States in the early 60s. You were correct. It was 60s.
See?
Some versions emphasize the girl's passive role by mentioning that she could not walk with her boyfriend because her high-heeled shoes were unsuitable.
Wait, what did they say about virgins?
I didn't say anything about virgins.
You said in an early virgin. I don't know what's going on.
In some versions.
Oh, all right, versions, not virgins.
I fucking run in high heels. Any girl that is experienced in high heels can fucking run, kick, fight. At least I can. Y'all should do it too. It's really fun, and those things make great weapons.
We're gonna finish this story.
Yes, we're gonna finish the story. Sometimes the radio warning motif characterizes the hook may be included, or the killer may be described as the hook man. A
Hey,
version.
hey,
What?
do you have the YouTube link for this?
I do have the YouTube link for this because I've got everything. Because I'm also still running PR.
Well, send it to me because I want to send it to people.
It's on your Facebook. Anyway,
Go ahead.
tellers of the boyfriend's death often localize the setting and then embellish the tale with details of the scary sounds of scratching, scraping, knocking, and dripping, as well as the sights of ghostly shadows, reflections, and the like. Is a favorite legend to tell at campfires, slumber parties, and similar social scenes. The legend migrated to Europe, where a characteristic detail is that the killer has decapitated the boyfriend and is sitting on top of the car, bouncing the head on the roof.
Okay, that would take a lot of skill.
That would, but for whatever reason, it brings up the fucking Bible.
What? Wait, what?
Like,
I didn't hear anything about a Bible.
right, you ready for this? Like Lot's
Go
wife in
ahead.
the biblical story of Solomon and Gomorrah, or like,
Ow, ow, ow. Blah. Go on.
or Orpheus leaving the underworld in the Greek myth. When told not to look back, the girlfriend disobeys. Inevitably, in folk narratives of all kinds, taboos are broken.
Who was right?
You are right. Still not sure why Lot was brought into this.
Because when they were leaving Sodom and Gomorrah, his wife was told not to look back or she would be turned into a pillar of salt by the angel, and she did it anyway out of curiosity what was happening to their home.
They should have just left the fucking city alone. It sounded like Vegas. They were fine.
Well, Vegas wasn't okay back then. I mean, I can understand, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but Sodom and Gomorrah was way too long of a name.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we going on with this one? Is the story over or?
Yeah, that's it. That's everything about that urban legend.
Okay, now I understand, especially in a lot of states and cultures and whatnot, that this story still uh, it still circulates and still keeps itself alive, which is retarded because again, there was never any proof for this. There was never any police articles or anything like that, especially if you go back to the 60s, that this even ever happened. So this one is purely myth, but people still think that it happened. And there are a bunch of crackheaded, acid-ridden, fucking pothead teenagers that go, "Oh my God, I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a girl that this happened to," and you just go, "No, you didn't."
Yeah, most of these in the encyclopedia tell how this one started. This has a
Nothing?
well, no, wait, here we go. A version collected from the Navajo children's suggests the killer may have been a skinwalker. So apparently this started with the Navajos.
Okay, so they're suggesting it was a skinwalker. That's another urban legend in itself. That's another complete myth whatsoever.
Jay's calling! Finally! I fucking figured it out without you. What? I have no missed call from you. Nope. No missed call. At all. Yes, because I figured it out. You're on speakerphone. You can tell the people you said hi. You are a terrible person, and I hope they can't hear you.
Well, I heard they burn, but okay.
It's a little bit of both. I mean, pain is pain. Anyway, I'm gonna try to call y'all back later. What are y'all going over?
Urban legends, because we're having a Halloween
Sorry for
episode.
interrupting the show for this boring ass conversation, guys.
We're talking about how people can be decapitated by skinwalkers.
Oh, great topic. Continue on. Oh, yeah. Man, everyone realized that can't happen if you leave negative comments about the show. Capitation. Right off top. We're on some ISIS level shit.
We're not ISIS, though.
I know this is the real face of militant atheism and fallacy.
Jay, go back to smoking pot.
Yeah, that's just not taking my hard drug. But for real, guys, I have to get back to work. And you know, patch my leg up. So I'll call later.
Hi,
Love
Jay.
everyone. And thank you again.
You're welcome.
Alright, again, guys, remember, don't go to school, do drugs. Love you.
So yeah, I didn't know if you wanted me to say anything about, but that's where Jay's at. He was shot at, and he's taking some time off before he was shot at.
Fun. Let's all hope he gets better.
I was always like, he should be fine.
Well, I hope he doesn't get shot at more.
Well, yeah, that's kind of why he took off from the show for a while.
So he doesn't get shot at more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, damn.
Yeah, apparently the show curses you to get shot at.
I believe it.
Okay, so, next urban legend, unless you got anything to say on the boyfriend's death.
What were you going to move on to? I've already said all I have to say about the boyfriend's death. It's stupid.
They're all stupid. That's why they're urban legends.
Now, see, I had a comment about the hair thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, again, this is kind of a legend, but there was actual documentation that back in the early 2000s, before 2010, MTV when they were doing their one show where they went to, haunted places and whatnot. Um, did the Jersey Devil, and they never aired the episode because apparently something happened, and one of the chicks on the show is in an insane asylum somewhere in Jersey, and she got scared so bad that her hair turned white.
Alrighty then. I found one that we can do.
All right.
The Satanic Panic is in this book, and it's got like a whole 3 pages just about it.
What is it?
The Satanic Panic. See?
Okay.
From the 1980s. I can sum this up without reading it. Christian psychologist dude right there, you should know something's wrong. He's Christian. Apparently decides to do experiments on his wife with memory regression and, hypnosis. During the hypnosis, she apparently remembers being part of a satanic cult that claimed to be a worldwide phenomena that was going around killing babies. Suddenly, he published a book, and after people read the book, other psychiatrists start having similar cases, and this whole fucking panic broke out because everybody thought their next door neighbor was a Satanist who was killing babies. It never happened. Not one bit of it. There is not a single case of any of this ever taking place. Anything in the legend. The FBI can't clarify it.
Okay.
So yeah. That's why people hate Satanists. Because
Well, it's not the only reason.
that's the biggest reason that Americans hate Satanists. Literally because of one fucking Christian psychologist in the 80s. Americans hate Satanists.
I mean, yeah, it absolutely has nothing to do with Satan or anything.
Nope, let's see. The scapegoats in the urban legend, however, in most cases are ethnic and racial minorities, homosexuals, Jews, or simply common criminals rather than actual Satanists. Yeah, there you go. So if you lived in the 80s, it was basically mass panic of minorities.
Not much has really changed. People are still that way, and people will still always be that way.
Some of the influences include, and I'm not joking about this, rock music, the game Dungeons & Dragons, and peace symbols.
Damn, there's evil peace symbols.
Those were symbols of a member of this evil satanic group. So, nerds who are mad at their parents rocking out to God knows what in the 80s. What? You would have had Aerosmith, Led Zeppelin. Rocking out to Led Zeppelin, playing Dungeons & Dragons while wearing a tie-dye peace shirt. Those were Satanists back then.
The peace symbol is evil. It
What's
says so right there.
It's a book on legends.
It's a legendary evil peace symbol. That's just like the, listening to Slayer backwards tells teens to kill themselves.
This is really bad. Really bad.
Huh?
I'm not even going over this one anymore. This one just annoys me.
Well, why'd you bring it up in the first place?
Because for whatever fucking reason it's in this book, and I don't know why. I think there's actually a whole chapter on Satan in this book, and I don't know why. Let me see. Nope, he's in a different book, I think.
The Bible?
No, that's on my phone.
The Bible's on your phone?
Yeah.
Why?
Why the fuck would I need a real Bible? Those shits are annoying.
Why the fuck would you need one on your phone? You don't read it.
In case I come across a really stupid Christian that doesn't believe me about the unicorns. You're gonna make me bring the unicorns up, aren't you?
No, do your thing.
There are unicorns.
There were also zombies.
Yes, we all know. The book is based around a cosmic Jewish zombie. That's besides the point.
No, there was actually... Never mind, we're not getting into that one. That's a big urban legend that just pisses people off.
Surprisingly, zombies are not in this book. Satanists are in this book, but not zombies.
Jesus is in that book, but zombies aren't?
Yes. If you want zombies, go look at Haiti. They have lots of zombies. Oh, here's one that's still really popular. Alligators in the sewer. You've heard that one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Everybody's heard that one. Let's go with that one.
Alright.
Start singing Friendship is Magic. Is that an order or a request? I think the owner of this show just told me to start singing Friendship is Magic. Because I'll do it. I have it on my phone, Gary. I am ready to go at any time. Okay, I'm waiting for him to get back to me. So yeah. Alligators in the sewer. Baby pet alligators are bought back from Florida or sometimes purchased at Coney Island or at carnivals. They sell alligators at carnivals?
Yeah, they used to.
How the fuck was I not around for this?
There were the little baby ones that you could win at like the duck game or whatever the fuck it was.
The carnivals here only give you like those stupid beta fish.
They were pre-beta. They were like beta.
Aww. By New York City children, when the gator grows too large for comfort, many are... Fuck. Do it. Apparently Gary wants me to sing Friendship is Magic.
That's not an urban legend.
I know, but he's the boss. I don't get a choice on this one. He owns the fucking name to the show. Literally. If we want anything done or even want to continue hosting the show, I have to listen to him.
We can carry on after you sing Friendship is Magic.
Friendship. Okay. My little pony. Friendship is magic, little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Only until you all shared its magic with me. When I was young, I was too busy to make any friends. Such silliness did not seem worth the effort it expends. But the little ponies who opened up my eyes. And now the truth is crystal clear, it's for the summer skies. And it's such a wonderful surprise, little ponies. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. When nature makes me wanna hide, your rainbow dash to my side. Kindness is never in short supply. Once bitten, twice fluttered by. Honesty, adore me, can't deny. You are the apple jack of my eye. A heart that shines so beautiful, a rarity to come by. And y'all make fun and laughter as easy as thinking high. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. Only until you all shared its magic with me. For friendship is magic, and it's growing all the time. When a new adventure waits for us, each day is yours and mine. We'll make it special every time. We'll make it special every time. My little pony. We'll learn the wonder of friendship and little pony. What? MLP shut down the show. What? I am so confused. No, we still have 3 people viewing, so no, Gary, your plan to shut down the broadcast did not work. People are still watching.
Yeah, they are.
So for anyone wondering, yes, I just got told by technically my boss to do that. I don't know what other crazy shit he's going to come up with. Guaranteed at some point he's probably going to tell me to go dress up as a pony. which is way too much work because that would require me to actually brush my wig, and I don't feel like doing that. Main reason I'm not going as a pony for Halloween, I'm too lazy to go actually fix the wig. Anyway, back to the urban legends. When the gator grows too large for comfort, many are disposed of in the toilets by parents. Hundreds of tiny flush amphibians have grown, mated, and reproduced in this sewer system, and eventually many of them turn white from the lack of sunshine. The existence of sewer gators is officially denied by New York City authorities, but information about them occasionally leaks out. So, yeah.
Now, see, the whole sewer myth, there's a lot of sewer myths, but this one apparently at one point had credibility because of the fact that back in the day they did give gators out as presents and as prizes at the carnivals and shit. And I mean, when a pet dies, like a goldfish or whatever, what do? You flush the damn thing. They didn't quite realize that it doesn't really live like that. Like, there's never been a case of, gators growing on eating human feces and urine. Because last time I checked, that was kind of toxic.
Little bit.
Little bit, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. So, I was just informed that during your little friendship is magic that there was a theory that a million bronies just jizzed themselves.
I'm not sure that we have any bronies actually watching the show.
It doesn't matter. It was a big telekinetic, just, holy crap, someone's singing friendship is magic.
Why does this shit happen to me?
Because I have one of my best friends watching the show right now.
I'm still getting views, Gary. That's all that matters. Jay said
But yeah, like, see, the thing is about urban legends are a lot of them are complete bull. But there are some that will take even the smallest shred of factuality and blow it completely up. By the way, who's up for a trip to the Pine Barrens? Because I'm definitely going devil hunting.
I'm in.
When are you allowed to leave the state?
Do I have to drive?
No.
Then I can leave the state anytime I want.
All right then. Well, sounds like a plan.
I can leave the state whenever I want as long as I'm not driving. Or as long as it doesn't require me to get on 95. If you can give me back roads, I can handle it. Anything that involves a highway of any kind, I'm fucked. You can just leave me here. Unless you want to come pick me up.
Well, no, I used to work in Jersey, right off the turnpike. Well, actually, right on the turnpike. And
every summer. I'm in Jersey every summer. My family's there.
Are you in the Pine Barrens?
Yeah, my dad's from the Pine Barrens. It's where I grew up.
Then why don't we go?
Because I don't speak to that half of my family. They're crazy.
You don't have to. Use them as devil bait.
I'm not using my family as devil bait. That's wrong.
No, it's not. It's just immoral.
Exactly, and you told me that's wrong.
Okay, in 99% of all cases, yes. This one I will make an exception for. It is wrong unless you're using them as devil bait.
So why don't we use someone as devil bait when we go down the road on Friday?
'Cause that's immoral.
Exactly. What's the difference between a haunted road and a haunted forest?
Next legend?
You just got beat by me, of all people.
Yeah, you know what? You're still down. You're still 1 point against my 2 points from earlier, so.
I'm trying to find Lights Out. What is... Do you know the urban legend about the gang negotiation?
Which one?
The The one where if you flash a car with no headlights on, that it will turn around, start following you, and then kill you.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So I can't find it in the book. I know it's in this book, but I can't find it. So the story goes that there is a gang initiation. Basically, the leader of the gang tells a new person who wants to join, go drive around the city with your headlights off until someone flashes you. When somebody flashes their headlights at you, you have to turn around, follow them, get up next to them, and shoot them in the head, and you can join the gang. People actually believe this shit. There are warnings on Facebook about this urban legend, and it started back in, like, the 40s.
Yeah. You know why?
Because a gang actually...
Because shit like this actually happens.
Yeah, I can't find it. I know it's in here.
That's one of those ones that actually had some shred of truth to it.
Point is, don't flash your headlights at people anymore. They may get out and kill you. Small 1% chance, but it may.
Well, it's just like don't flash your headlights at people with their high beams on because it pisses them off. But then it just pisses them off even more that they have their high beams on and then you won't turn them off.
I just generally don't give a shit.
That makes sense. Yeah, well, it's annoying.
Oh, here's another one that started with this shred of truth. Blue star acid. Thing froze. Never mind. Anyway, here's the story. Here, bogus warnings circulating in typescript, photocopied, and printed form warn that a form of tattoo called blue star is being sold or given to school children, and each star is soaked with LSD. Note, this warning now also appears on Facebook posts, so if you hear anything about a tattoo being given to children soaked in LSD, this is how it started. The warning flyers claim that LSD can be absorbed simply by handling the tattoos, that some of them are laced with, I can't even pronounce that word, I'm not even sure that's a real drug. Sticena? I know. The designs on the sheets are said to be the size of a pencil eraser, and may include images of blue stars, butterflies, Superman, Mickey Mouse, Bart Simpson, or other characters and designs. Symptoms of exposure to these tattoos are said to include severe vomiting, uncontrolled laughing, and mood changes. Sounds like someone on laughing gas. Presumably, the greatest danger comes when children use the printed designs as lick-and-stick tattoos. Readers of the warnings are urged to post and distribute copies of the flyers, since young lives have already been taken. Sometimes the warnings are reproduced on the letterheads of schools, companies, churches, daycare centers, and the like, and there are often allusions to a supposed authority issuing the flyers, e.g., we have been informed, or even the name of a hospital and its spokesperson who allegedly issued the warning. The excessive use of capital letters, exclamation marks, boldface, and other typographical devices mark the flyers as amateur and unofficial publications. They've gotten better. I actually saw one on Facebook that almost looked real.
Almost.
Yeah, but I know this legend, so. Such warning flyers have been distributed in the United States since the early 1980s. Shit went down in the 80s, didn't it?
Because the 80s were so much fun.
And they have spread internationally with much the same wording, having been directly translated into other languages. The warnings are sometimes printed in publications issued by well-meaning institutions who have failed to verify the information. Police and journalists investigating the claims have occasionally debunked them. However, it is possible that the blue star acid warnings originated from a misunderstanding of an actual police bulletin cautioning the children may mistake printed paper LSD tabs for tattoos.
Okay, that sounds legit.
Yeah. Blue star acid is a non-existent threat, although blotter acid certainly does exist in the form of LSD impregnated absorbent paper. Paper can get pregnant?
Yes.
What? How does that work?
Power of friendship.
That's my line.
I got nothing.
But you're supposed to be the all-knowing one.
Nothing about impregnated paper. I mean, does it give birth to little, like, confetti?
Where does baby confetti come from?
Well, when one piece of paper and another piece of paper get drunk enough and lose all inhibitions. That's it. The show gets shut down for talking about where does baby confetti come from.
Oh, we fucked this all to hell.
There's a kid watching going, Mommy, where does confetti come from?
So we have a comment saying science. Worms.
Science worms?
Apparently.
Intelligent fucking worms.
LSD is not absorbed through the skin, and nobody is giving or selling it to children in any large-scale way. I call bullshit. Go to, Chichester High School. You can walk down the hallway, hold out your hand with money. The money will be gone. Next person you come across, keep holding out your hand. It'll be there for you. A text message.
Apparently, the scientific answer of where baby confettis come from. Oh my God, Del, I'm gonna hurt you. This is it. See, when a mommy and daddy love each other very much, the daddy tree mates with the mommy tree and shoots syrup all over the mommy, and they have baby paper. That's as close as we're getting to it. Go. Just keep going.
No, that's it. That's it for the story.
Thank God. So.
Yeah, that's it.
I see the logic on that is was made with the kids can mistake acid tabs for lick and stick tattoos. Okay, I mean they're colorful, they're on paper, they look like Bart Simpson. Fine. I don't know that many drug dealers that would go, "Hey, look, a 4-year-old, you want one?" That one's just a little too, at least in the area I grew up, far-fetched.
Yeah, they usually start older.
I mean, they wait till at least 5 or 6. I mean, but I don't know. Like, urban legends get crazy sometimes. Like we were talking earlier, you mentioned Bloody Mary. There's so many other stories and rendition. You know what? You know what? Do Bloody Mary.
Do Bloody Mary? Let's see if I can find her.
Do Bloody Mary. Even though I shut it down earlier. If you can't find her, just go to the mirror. Say it 3 times.
Mirror's over there. Don't feel like getting up. Holy shit, Bloody
I don't
Mary
like mirrors.
is not in this book.
You just said she was in the book.
I thought she was. She's the world's most popular urban legend. She should be in the damn book. It's called the Urban Legend Encyclopedia. She should be in the damn book.
Fail. All right. So anyway, so the urban legend of Bloody Mary essentially goes that there was a child named Mary that died a horrific death, and if you say her name anywhere between 3 to 13 times in a mirror by yourself with the lights off, one candle lit, turning around 3 times, spreading the blood of virgins all over the place, whatever. There's so many different versions. But she is to appear in the mirror, and if you don't turn the lights on in time, she will kill you and drag you into the mirror with her, or just kill you, or scare you half to death. I don't know where the original one came from, but it's never been concrete. The only thing, huh?
Massachusetts,
Does it come from Massachusetts?
supposedly. That is the most agreed upon term for people that look into this is Massachusetts.
Well, I would agree. I mean, I would venture into Salem
Yeah,
if it goes back far enough.
yeah.
Which, okay, all right, sounds legit, but you got the only thing really concrete about this one is there's a mirror, there's repeating her name a number of times with the lights off alone, and something bad happens afterwards. Everyone tries it. Everyone, well, everyone attempts to try it because there's people that are just too much chicken shit to do it. But there are so many other versions. There's versions that claim Candyman actually comes true, which that's just a movie. There's another one that claims if you fill your bathtub a couple inches with water, turn the light out, light a candle, and repeat the name Tabitha 5 times, the water turns to blood, and you can see the ghost of a little child in the water. Like, again, that's one of those ones that came from a shred of truth and then got blown completely out of proportion, yet everyone still believes it. It's pretty much like a rite of passage, coming to age type thing.
I got one that actually could happen.
That actually could happen?
Yes, because it's happened at Walmart.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Walmart is an urban legend.
We might as well be. So
Exactly.
This one is called buying Tampax.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, I know. Just listen to this. Try and listen to this with a straight face. A woman checking out at a supermarket has a large box of Tampax tampons among her purchases, but there is no price sticker on the box. The clerk asks over the store loudspeaker for a price check on super-sized Tampax on aisle 4. The customer is embarrassed enough at this attention directed at her, but then the stock clerk asks again on the loudspeaker, "Do you want the kind you push in with your finger or the kind you pound in with a hammer?" The checkout clerk and other customers start laughing, and the woman runs out from the store without paying for or taking her groceries. A few minutes later, the store clerk's voice again comes over the loudspeaker. "What happened to the price check you wanted on thumbtacks?"
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Told you it happened.
How's that an urban legend?
It's an urban legend.
That is not an urban legend, that's a joke.
Often repeated as a legend, sometimes enacted in stores, possible as a prank by clerks, the story is sometimes told during training sessions for new employees. Despite the virtual replacement of price tags in supermarkets with printed product codes and automated checkout, the Tampax thumbtack story continues to circulate, evidence of the uneasiness some people feel about bodily functions associated with gender. So basically, if it's your first day on the job and your boss is saying this happened, he could be bullshitting you. Or he could have done it with some friends to fuck over somebody who pissed him off, probably around 11 o'clock at night as they were getting ready to close.
Walmart closes?
No, but other stores do. I can totally see this happening at Acme.
Acme's don't close. Well, yeah, they do. Some of them do.
Yes, my old Acme used to close. We closed at 11. And fucking people would come in last minute to do like $200 orders.
No.
Yes.
No, like the people that show up at brunch 5 minutes before it's over and go, "Can we get a seat?
Yeah, those
Me
people.
and all my 18 children."
Yes.
Bitches.
So yeah, that one, not so much scary. Oh, here's a
It's
good.
not scary. It's a... Go on.
It's called the Cabbage Patch Tragedy. Do you remember those dolls?
Yeah, I used to have one.
I thought you were scared of dolls.
There's a long. You know what? I will indulge the people with the story of why
Your mic
I'm
up.
afraid of. Huh?
There we go. Your mic.
Better.
No, you're kind of frozen. I can't tell if it's my computer's locking up because I'm running like multiple different programs trying to do this, or if your computer's locking up just simply because you're using your computer. No.
No, I think it's both actually.
Okay, well,
No, because I'm running.
you're frozen on my screen. My computer's trying to load something. I don't know what the fuck it's doing.
Just keep going.
Okay, so when a child's Cabbage Patch Kid doll is damaged, chewed on by a dog, left out in a storm, run through the washer, etc., the parents send it back to the factory for repair. Instead of repairing or replacing the doll, the manufacturer sends something like a death certificate, a bill for the funeral, and a citation for child abuse. No comment? Ha! I win! He was losing connection. Okay, well, while I wait for him to reconnect, back to the story. This short-lived legend was encouraged by the fact that the hottest toys of the 1983 and 1984 Christmas seasons were soft dolls that came complete with adoption papers from the Babyland General Hospital. The logical extension of the sales ploy was that... Is he coming back? I don't know. Now I lost my page! Sales ploy was that if a doll had documentation of its birth, then similar papers should be produced for its death. Although no death-related items really existed, according to news stories of 1985, there were actual summer camps for Cabbage Patch Kids, as well as a Canadian dentist offering to fix their non-existent teeth. Neither activity was endorsed by the doll's manufacturers. Yes, you could, in fact, have dental work done on your Cabbage Patch doll. I win! You lost connection. Nope, he lost connection again. Told you. He's back again. Ugh. Anyway, Cabbage Patch dolls are fucking stupid. Annoyingly stupid.
Wait, I missed the whole thing because I crashed. What's going on?
I was explaining Cabbage Patch dolls. Apparently there's a Canadian dentist that would do their non-existent teeth and summer camps. So I was just explaining why they're stupid and why these are much better. My doll. My very pretty doll. We look so much alike.
Why are we doing this?
Because I love this doll. She goes everywhere with me. You just hate her because she's a doll.
Yeah. Porcelain discrimination.
Nope. See? We look alike. She's just gonna sit here. Right here. With me. For the rest of the show.
I can't see her. That's good.
Really? She's watching you.
So anyway, so go on with the Cabbage Patch theory thing.
But yeah, basically, so what happened is all these people would buy these dolls and they would come with death certificates. Not death certificates, birth certificates, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So the logical conclusion that people made is that because they came with birth certificates, they had to have death certificates.
No.
Hey, in the 1980s, that was logical. We're also talking about people that thought tattoos could be laced with LSD.
Go on.
No, that's it. That's the entire legend.
That they thought they should. Oh my god. That they thought they should have death certificates.
Yes. This is why these are better.
Because they don't have death certificates?
Because they're fucking porcelain. These shit ain't going to do anything. You stare at them, they just stare at you.
And follow you. And contain their own little fucking creepy souls.
She does not have a soul. I have not put a hex on this one. That's the other two. I'm saving this one for something special. Keep making fun of my doll. I'll bring her with me on Friday.
I'm not making fun of the doll. I'm completely hating on the doll.
Why?
Because it is. Why? Look at it.
I know. She looks like me. See?
It is a tiny, creepy little person
It's me.
whose eyes follow you no matter what you do, no matter where you go, even though they look stationary, they're always following you.
I
With
know.
that smug little smirk, that little whatever. No, fuck that. I hate dolls.
He hates you, Lizzie. It's okay. I still love you. We do have another point for bringing this up, though. There is another point.
And what was that?
The urban legend about dolls. Porcelain dolls, to be exact. You were
Oh, I'm telling this one?
No, I'm telling this one, unless we're talking about the same story.
Go for it.
Okay. Because knowing you, you'll have a completely biased opinion about porcelain dolls.
Prejudiced against dolls.
What?
I'm prejudiced against dolls.
Racist.
They're not a race.
Yes, they are. You just said they are a tiny group of people.
Okay, fine. I'm racist against dolls.
He admits it. Anyway. So. The story. The story goes that unknown origin of doll. There's like 4 different stories of how this family gets a doll, but basically the most popular one is this little girl either inherits the doll or buys
You talking about Annabelle?
No.
Okay.
Inherits the doll or buys her from a yard sale. Annabelle was stupid, by the way.
Annabelle's real.
Yes, I know. It's still stupid.
Okay, go ahead.
So they take
Inherited or buys it?
what?
Inherited or buys the dolls?
Yeah. So they get the doll
Okay.
home, and that night the girl is looking at her new doll, and she notices that it has fingernails, but the one fingernail in the pinky is broken off. So she goes to bed, and her family goes to bed. Next morning, she wakes up and she finds her dog's dead. She goes into her room and finds that the doll is now missing 2 fingernails. The next night, she goes to bed, wakes up again. Now her cat's dead, and the doll's missing 3 fingernails. She starts to get concerned about why the doll is losing fingernails as people die around her, or animals. So that night, she decides to stay awake. Around midnight, she notices the doll gets up by itself, walks out of the room, goes into her brother's room, and proceeds to take her fingernail and slice the guy's throat, and the fingernail breaks off as she's slicing the throat. She then goes to the sister's room, does the same thing, and is repeated, so on and so forth. There's different numbers of family members in the house. Some include the grandparents, some have uncles. Basically, the girl watches the doll kill her whole family, and then she tries to make a run for the door to try and get out, and the doll chases her, tackles her, and breaks the last fingernail on her by slicing her in the throat. And the police find the doll the next day just sitting on the dining room table, all pretty and perfect, and the entire family's dead.
And it needs to be explained why I hate these little fuckers?
But they're so wonderful.
Okay, first off, the family can't be that big. Bitch only has 10 fingers.
I want that fucking doll, Gary. Gary sent me a picture of a Mexican porcelain doll.
Awesome. Keep that to yourself.
You know, I could just leave her, like, right here and she could host the rest of the show. Okay, I'll stop picking on you because you'll be mean to me later.
I'm glad we've come to this conclusion.
I was wondering how long it would take for you to get to that point.
So, you've got a story about a doll going around kills a dog, then kills a cat, each by breaking a fingernail, slitting its throat, or whatever, and losing the fingernail in the process. And then the little girl watches the doll kill her brother, sister, grandparents, uncles, great nephews, second cousin twice removed, her parents' brother-in-law, you know, Aunt Sally from across the street, 18 people with 10 fingers. And bitch doesn't call the cops.
No. She tries to make a break for the door.
After watching 18 deaths with 7 fingers. Either one, the doll's recycling fingernails, or she's just being really resourceful. And the little girl doesn't know to call 911 because there's a little porcelain demon running around slicing people's throats open?
That's offensive to demons! We do not insult the demons. We have to have demon equality.
Not when they're made of porcelain.
That was not in our agreement. But yeah, no, she doesn't call 911. She tries to make a break for the door.
While she's on her killing spree, what I'm wondering is she's slaughtering an entire family, but leaves one fingernail to kill the little girl that's going to make a run for out the goddamn window.
No, she runs for the door.
Because she's retarded. Out a window. Up. Over. You're good. You're gone. See you later. Bye. No, I'm going to go for the door that's probably downstairs. Past this doll. Or here's an idea. Lock your door. It's a doll.
It would know how to pick locks.
Not if you put something in front of it like, oh, I don't know, a bed.
We're talking about, like, in most cases, a 5-year-old.
I could push my bed when I was 5.
You're also a male. We're talking about a female. A tiny, delicate little female.
Really?
I'm just going by the urban legend.
Kids smoking crack.
Ready to move on to the next one?
I would love to, as long as it doesn't involve dolls.
It does not involve dolls.
Now, mind you, also, have you ever read the story of the Island of the Dolls?
Yes, I want to go there.
By yourself. Go ahead. Next urban legend.
But you have to come with me.
Not there.
Why? They're not porcelain.
Not all of them.
No, exactly. Only some of them.
Okay, the story behind the island in the first place is twisted.
Mm-hmm.
The dude finds the island that either he heard the story or witnessed a little girl drowning in a certain area, a certain pond, river, whatever the hell. And ever since then, it was, what was it, every year a doll washed up in that very same area. And for some reason, Whack Job decided to hang these dolls from the trees around there to either appease or fight off the child ghost. Fuck that. Fire. Set it on fire.
You ready to move on?
Yes, let's go.
The babysitter and the man upstairs.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, at least I didn't go get the babysitter and the clown doll story. That one's in here too. A babysitter receives repeated telephone calls from a man who asks in a menacing manner, "Have you checked the children?" Have you checked on the children, Sin?
Yeah, it's cool. They're all dead.
Okay. So we're in agreement that they're all dead.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he says that he has
There was
killed
one trying to run for the door, but yeah.
a doll with fingernails got him.
I don't know what happened.
Sometimes he says that he has killed the children and will soon kill her too. The sitter, too terrified to check the children in the upstairs bedroom, calls the police, who advise her to keep the man on the line when he next phones, so they can trace the call. After another threatening call, the police telephone her and warn her to get out of the house right away. A policeman waiting outside explains that the calls were traced to the upstairs extension phone where the caller was found, having already murdered the children and poised to attack the babysitter. Widely told since the early 1970s and especially popular among teens who babysit, this legend was developed into a 1979 horror film, When a Stranger Calls. Like the killer in the back seat and the choking Doberman, this babysitter legend tells of an intruder hiding on the premises with a warning against him, as in the Doberman legend comes by the telephone and commands the intended victim to get out of the house.
Alright. Flaw number one. This started back in the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
One, back in the 70s, they ain't have call waiting. Back in the 70s, most households didn't have two phone lines. And sure as fuck, there's no way in hell you can call the downstairs phone from the upstairs phone on the old-fashioned rotary phones without two phone lines.
Why are you breaking logic?
Fuck logic.
I should note, since we brought it up, there's another version of this story where the babysitter's at home and the parents call, and when she's on the phone with the parents, "I didn't know that you got this clown statue, clown doll." It goes back and forth between the two.
It was a clown statue, clown doll, angel statue outside the parents' window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The family then repeats over the phone, "But we don't have one of those."
Get out of the house now.
Or, in the stories that I've heard, she dies.
There she does. Usually the parents utter the phrase, get very alarmed, get the kids and get out of the house. We don't own one of whatever said object is. And by the time the parents get home, she's dead and the children are dead and there's no statue, clown, space alien, whatever. I think that one's more creepy and more logical than, a killer in the 1970s finding a way to mystically drag a phone into another house and have that same phone number and then call the babysitter downstairs all creepy like and be like, "Hey, did you check the children?" And then, the cops have such a fucking reverse trace that they can check, be like, "Oh crap, the call's from upstairs."
Well, now they do, and now it would be totally possible to do that.
Yeah, now. Because, cell phones.
Well, what can I say?
Second story sounds more logical than the first.
It's about a mystical clown doll that kills people. That's about as logical as the fingernail doll.
That's creepy.
A porcelain clown doll.
I don't fear clowns.
No, but you fear porcelain dolls.
Shut up.
I'm evil, and when I find out your fear, I will use it to torment you. We should know how evil I am. Look at this.
Terrifying.
I know, aren't I?
Hmm. So, yeah, fuck logic doesn't work.
We've managed to bullshit this for an hour.
And
Well, we still have people watching. Should we keep going?
why not? Fuck it.
I've got 600 pages of urban legends.
I don't think we have 600 pages of viewers, but go ahead. We'll see what happens. How many viewers do we have anyway? Still 3?
2.
1 fell asleep. Like, Clown does.
I totally lost it.
You
Well,
lost where you were?
I'm just bouncing around the book. I'm picking out things that look interesting. There's one on AIDS.
That.
Yes. Should we do AIDS?
Let's not.
No. Let's
That
AIDS?
leads to controversial topics, and people don't want to hear about how other people got AIDS. Oh God, what's this?
Oh, wait. Where is it? Where is it?
What?
The Bullet Baby.
The Bullet Baby.
Yes.
Okay, go for it.
The Bullet Baby. A 1982 letter published in the Dear Abby Advice column stated the following. It seems that during the Civil War... Wait, Civil War? Okay, yeah.
Dear Abby wasn't around.
Shut up.
Quiet.
Reading the book. The book is all-knowing.
Mm.
It seems that during the Civil War, May 12, 1863 to be exact, a young Virginia farm girl was standing on her front porch while a battle was raging nearby. A stray bullet burst past the scrotum of a young Union cavalry man, then lodged in the reproductive tract of the young woman, who thus became pregnant by a man she had not been within 100 feet of, and 9 months later gave birth to a healthy baby. Feel free to rip it apart.
Like, that screams impossible. Like, it's not impossible but the amount of heat on a bullet would definitely just completely not sperm cells that it may have picked up due to some freak act of fuck logic.
Well, wait, if we stop for a second and take into account the amazing gunshots that can be found on GTA, it is entirely possible to shoot someone through the scrotum.
Yes, but it. I'm not arguing the fact that you can't shoot someone through the scrotum. What I'm arguing is that shooting someone through a scrotum will allow the bullet to pick up sperm cells, lodge itself into the reproductive tract of said weird female some 100-odd feet away and impregnate the chick. It's completely, like, there's no way in hell. There's no way out of hell. There's no way in anything. Stephen Hawking can't even find a way to make this happen. There is no black hole theory that would make this correct.
Well, wait, you're missing the biggest problem with this of all.
That Billy Mays just possessed you for a second?
No.
But wait, there's more. Go ahead.
She was standing on her front porch to watch a battle that was only taking place 100 feet away.
Cable was out.
Typically during the Civil War, when there was a battle raging on your farm, they were burning your farmhouse. You weren't standing there drinking lemonade just on your porch, chilling.
Now wait a minute. Now wait a minute. Maybe she was on the porch because the farmhouse was already burnt. And she's like, holy crap, it's way too hot there. Let me stand out here and watch these people get shot. Oh shit, I'm pregnant. From a bullet.
And the baby was healthy.
Maybe someone just had a one-night stand that they didn't want to admit.
Isn't that how the Bible was started?
No, that's how the second half of the Bible was started. It was an affair that just got way too out of hand.
Yeah. Here's my problem with the story. It pierces the reproductive tract. Typically, if there's a hole in your reproductive, organs, the building baby's going to kind of fall through the hole.
If there's a hole in anything, there becomes a problem. Like, oh crap, that hole's not supposed to be there. Oh, that's cool. Like, you puncture your tire, therefore putting a hole in the air-holding reproductive system of your tire. Tire don't work no more. Baby factory broken.
Wait, tires have babies now too?
Yes. Same way trees do.
Alrighty then. Here's one that's purely
The more you know.
hysterical.
So what?
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 I have one that's purely hysterical.
Is this another Walmart joke?
I could probably turn this into a Walmart jerk.
Jerk?
Joke.
Holy shit. Never mind, go ahead.
So, this is what's going on. It's called the exploding bra.
Oops.
A woman, sometimes a flight attendant, is wearing an inflatable barista on an airplane trip. As the cabin pressure changes, her bra expands alarmingly. She rushes for the restroom, sometimes making it in time to deflate her bra discreetly, but in other versions, the bra explodes en route. Alternately, the inflated bra may be stuck with a pin either by the wearer trying to stop the extra expansion, or in non-airplane versions by a young man pinning a corset onto his date's dress. Inflatable bras do, of course, exist, but the stories of surprising expansion due to changing air pressure are highly doubtful and always told second or third hand. Similar stories are sometimes told about silicone breast implants, although the claims for their further expansion are even more dubious with these products.
Mythbusters.
What?
Mythbusters.
They did this?
Yes.
Did
Both of them. Both the silicone and the inflated bra.
Did either explode?
Nope. Completely fake.
Well, there we go. But, like, for a woman who wants bigger tits, that would be, I don't know, I would not be alarmed by that. I'd be happy.
But then they explode.
Yeah, but for a brief second, I'll have tits that'll make guys want to actually like me.
Next.
There's no logic on this show.
Obviously not. And apparently, just so everyone knows, T-Mobile supports ISIS.
What?
T-Mobile supports ISIS.
Well, I hate T-Mobile anyway. They fucked me over.
And they support ISIS.
You ready for this one? The poisoned dress. One of the earliest urban legends to be noted by American folklorists, the poisoned dress, was discussed in folklore collections and journal articles in the 1940s and 1950s, sometimes recalling the story being told in the 1930s. Ernest Ballman assigned motif Z551 to the modern verses. Fuck that shit. Anyway, the story goes, girl wears new formal gown to dance. Already bad grammar. Several times during the evening, she feels faint. Has escort take her outside for fresh air. Finally, she becomes really ill, dies in the restroom. Investigation reveals that the dress she has been the cause of her death. It has been used as the funeral dress for a young girl. It had been removed from the corpse before burial and returned to the store. The formaldehyde, which the dress had absorbed from the corpse, enters the pores of the dancing girl. Go ahead, tear it to pieces.
So, you've got this chick that buys a dress, right? That was previously used on a corpse as a burial dress.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow doused in formaldehyde,
Mm-hmm.
taken off the corpse,
Mm-hmm.
and then put into a secondhand store?
No, according to the urban legend, the cheap-ass parents returned the dress to get their money back. After the funeral, they had the dress taken off of the corpse, closed the casket, buried the casket, and returned the dress to get their money back.
Okay. And no one at the dress shop smelled the formaldehyde?
Nope.
Had the dress cleaned?
Nope.
Just put it back on the hanger, right back on the shelf?
Yep.
Marked it 30% off?
Yep.
Worn once? And this chick got formaldehyde poisoning via transdermal?
Yep.
Sounds legit. If you take away the fact that no, like, no one, I mean, all ethnic stereotypes aside, no one is that cheap to be
Well,
like,
Jay said we could do fuck so because we haven't made any racist jokes this episode, Jews can be that cheap.
not all Jews though. I mean, even the super Jews are not that cheap. Like, like, used to know a lot of greedy Jews. Not any of them would be like, oh, wait. Take that dress off. We can get 20% back. And do it. Like, oh, just bury her in her Sunday best. We need the 20% off this dress. No. Like, that's just completely disrespecting, especially as sacred as the dead are to Jewish people, including the fact that they're not even allowed to have autopsies because it violates the body. Now, this isn't to say that the skeevy ass fucking funeral director didn't go, damn, that's a nice dress, and the tag's still on it. Let me go return this shit. But then you're still looking at the death via formaldehyde through transdermal. No, it doesn't work like that, people. And the store owners would definitely have smelled the embalming fluid. Because it smells.
They just want to make that 20% back.
Understand, the store was run by a Jew. I understand this. Oy vey is dress emporium. Gotcha. But no.
You sure? Just no?
That's all I got.
Shall we move on to the next story?
Yes.
How long have we been on the air for?
It's 11. We started, what, like 9:30?
Yeah. And I got homework to do, so this will probably be the last story of the night. And we're going to end on something comedic.
Oh, God, it's another Walmart story.
I don't think so. I don't even know what this story is about. I've never actually read it, but the title says The Poisoned Pussycat at the Party.
Sounds sexy.
I know. Recalled by some tellers as being known in the 1930s and the 1940s, the poisoned pussycat has been a favorite legend of journalists and other storytellers for at least 60 years. Blah blah, goes on to say all the things it was in. Okay, so this is the story. My sister's boyfriend knows a family who had this unfortunate incident happen to them. They were
Lord.
They were the
It already starts off with, I knew a guy who knew a guy who knew a girl who was friends with some other dude who heard this story from a second person's friend. Go on.
They were the hosts of a backyard barbecue and were grilling fish. The hostess found their cat.
What the hell kind of barbecue is that?
The good kind.
Bullshit.
It was Asian.
Guess they had a very rice day.
Damn it! I would love to go to barbecues, eat some crab, some shrimp.
There was no crab. It was fish.
Okay, stop being anti-fish. We'll get into anti-fishism later. I need to ask you about that anyway.
Anti-fishism, gotcha.
Yes. Mind me ask you about that because it involves a future thing that we need to discuss.
Poison cats, gotcha.
The hostess found their cat sampling the fish before it was sent to the guests. Subsequently chased it away. The guests, of course, were never told.
Sounds legit.
Yeah. I mean, any cheap-ass person would totally do that. Upon finishing...
I thought we were on Asians, but go ahead.
Hey, there are some pretty skeevy, cheap Asians out there. Tentacle porn.
Now you've mentioned tentacle porn.
Did you just turn it? Okay, there you go. Upon finishing the meal and preparing to return home, the cat...
I'm listening.
What?
I'm listening.
The cat... Okay. The cat was found dead in the driveway. The hostess notified all that the fish must have been tainted, as the poor kitty had tasted some and met his maker. The host and hostess and all the guests made a beeline for the local emergency room, where they all had their stomachs pumped. Upon returning home, the host of the ill-fated barbecue found a note on his door from the neighbor which read, "Please accept our apologies for running over your cat. We will be happy to replace him."
All right. The cat eats some fish.
Yes.
The cat eats some fish. They shoo it away. Everybody continues to the party. They leave. They come back. The cat's dead in the driveway. They look over the tire prints on the cat and go, "Oh crap! The fish must be poisoned. The cat ran itself over." Like, were they driving a moped? Like, what did they hit this cat with? To where the owners went, "Oh shit, it must be poisoned."
Yep. Wait, there's a German version of the story.
Okay, so they yell at everybody.
No, in the German version, apparently the dying kitty turns out to be delivering kittens and is continually purring with her new babies when the queasy family returns from the hospital ordeal. So she was lying in the driveway delivering kittens. and then mistake the delivery of kittens for the cat being poisoned.
No. I don't see how that works. Because okay, other than the fact that some Germans are very drunk, non-observant, drunk. I guess you could be like, okay, well, my cat's dying. Oh, look, there's little cats crawling out of it. They must have poisoned it. Or your neighbor kills the cat, and automatically it's the fish. Couldn't have been anything else at the party, in the house, anywhere around, automatically had to be the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds legit.
You got anything else you want to add before we end the show?
It's been fun. I've been entertained.
Well, yeah. I promised I'd entertain you.
Hopefully Gary doesn't hate me.
I don't know. He stopped messaging me and he has since disappeared. But I guarantee he's probably still watching. Gary's always watching.
He hung it up. He's just like, fuck it, I can't do this.
Anyway, night everyone.
Good night.
Gary will be back eventually. If not, I will be here. No, I won't. Fuck all of you. I'm doing shit Saturday. I'm going to go shoot people with a paintball gun. Because they're dressed as zombies.
Wait, that's Saturday?
Yeah, Friday night, I'm doing the thing with Sam. Then I'm doing the thing with you. Then on Saturday, I'm going to work in the morning. Then I get done at 6. Then Sam's coming over, and we're going up to Westchester to shoot people dressed as zombies with paintball guns and go through a 27-acre haunted maze.
That's cool. I guess my invite got lost in the mail. It's alright.
No, you're Friday.
We don't get to shoot people with paintball guns.
I'm sorry, I'm not the one planning this. It's my parents. This is what they do every year for Halloween.
Oh, Lord. Wait, let you shoot things with paintball guns?
Yes. For Christmas, they give me an airsoft gun.
All right, then. Good night, everyone.
Night.